this plugin could probably help you understand it because you're seeing the waveform there and you're seeing as we bring this threshold down, see what's happening is it's finding the points where it's actually going to compress it. That's actually pretty cool. So we're here on my lead vocals. At the moment, my lead vocal sounds like this. Life is long and you have much time. You're in a rush and you don't know why. So I've already got some EQ on here and I've got some overdrive and some track reverb. The enhanced tuning's on, we don't really need that. Let's just get rid of this effect EQ. And what we'll also do is I'll turn off the compressor. So without the compressor or any EQ on here, just so that we can try out this channel strip, let's take a listen. Life is long and you have much time. You're in a rush and you don't know. So it sounds pretty similar, but yeah, it needs a little bit, doesn't it? It needs some EQ, needs some compression. So let's jump in and add some. So we'll hit the edit button. We'll add in audio unit extension and we'll add in channel strip for the first time. Now what I'll probably, where do I put this in my list? Because it's going to be compressor and EQ. I'll leave it up the top here because we want, not there, up the top here because we want it to do the compressing and the EQ before we add things like the overdrive and the track reverb, the colorization. There's basically two types of plugins. There's ones that like fix up your audio, for want of a better words, like your EQ and your compression that make it sound good. And then there's the coloring and flavoring, things like reverb, overdrive, delay. So they're kind of the two types. Let's jump into channel strip. We've got threshold, attack, release for our gate. So that's interesting. We can turn that on and off. So yeah, that I'm assuming that's a noise gate. So if we want to have some gating on any background noise, we can do that. We then have this one here, which is our EQ. Ah, there you go. Look at that. You got a nice EQ pattern thing. That looks kind of cool. That you can turn that up, down. Now, a double tap is going to get us back to medium, which is cool. And we've got, all right, so down here in your bass, you can choose between either being at 50 hertz or 100 hertz by the looks of it. Yeah, we just tap that. So 100 hertz or 50 hertz, where you want to enhance or drop your bass. So what I'd normally do is we want to get rid of any sub frequencies here on a vocal. So what I would probably do is use this as a low pass filter. So we'll leave it at 50 hertz and we'll drop that down. You can see there that it's giving me a low pass filter. That's just going to remove any rumbles, any low end from my vocal. We've then got the mid here where we can dial. Oh, that's cool. So you can dial in the frequency that you want to either enhance or remove. So what I'll do is let's play this vocal and I will dial this in and see where I want this to go. And we'll find a frequency that we want to either enhance or remove. So we'll start in the middle there at 1000 hertz and we'll hit play. Life is long and you have much time. You're in a rush and you don't know why. You want it all and you want it. All right, well, just for time, we'll use a quick sweep technique. So we'll turn it up and we'll sweep the frequency. And let's find a frequency that may be my nasal frequency that we want to remove. Let's try this now. Want it now, but you doubt your talent and you don't know how. Look around. Yeah, around about there. Let's drop that out. So there you go. We can dip that down. Now we don't have Q control in this EQ, so it's not like you'd still want to use something like LRC5 if you want a precise control. And then here you've got either 7.5 kilohertz, so you've got your high frequency, or air, which is usually kind of 10K and above, like really high. So let's use the air setting and let's dial in a little bit of air and see what this actually does. Found it what others do. Think it's easy, so why not you? But success isn't overnight, so yeah, so there you go. So we've probably cut a bit too much out of that mid-range, so we'll just bring that back to there. So if you want to win, you're gonna have to. Okay, so we've got that there now. Now we can add our compressor. So we've got a threshold here. Oh, this is cool. I like the display on this. So you've got your threshold there. You've got your ratio, which is how much compression. And again, I explain compression in other videos. So if you're new to compression, search my name, Pete Johns Compression. We've got attack and release, looks like in milliseconds there. And we've got our makeup gain to turn it up. So let's just play around with this threshold and see if we can find the spot where this is going to compress to the point where we want it. To fight, hold on, hold on. It's gonna be a long time, hold on, 'cause it's gonna be a long, long time. Hey! So that's cool. What you notice there is we've actually got a display here. So if you've never really understood compression, this plugin could probably help you understand it because you're seeing the waveform there and you're seeing as we bring this threshold down, See what's happening is it's finding the points where it's actually going to compress it. That's actually pretty cool. So we'll come back to the start here and we'll play. So if you watch here, it gives us our audio waveform. Life is long and you have much time. You're in a rush and you don't know why. You want it all and you want it now, but you doubt your talent and you don't know how. Look around at what others do. And that's cool because it's showing you how much compression is actually happening with that little shaded area. So as you play, it's compressing it, which is making it quieter, but then we can bring the makeup gain up to actually compensate for that. So let's just try that now. Think it's easy, so why not you? But success isn't overnight, so if you want to win, you're gonna have to fight. Hold on. That's actually cool. That's the best visual display of any compressor I've seen, I reckon. And for a 99-cent app that has a gate and an EQ as well, that's pretty darn good. And then we've got, at the end here, we've got our input and our output, and we can bypass on or off, and we can mute it on or off as well. So, and it looks like we have so we can save in some settings. So if I wanted to save this in as, like if I was always doing vocals and I was usually using very similar like EQ and compression on my vocals, I could have that. And then, yeah, now I've got a vocal preset here in my plugin. And hold on. It's gonna be a long time. All right, I've kind of crushed it now, but yeah, that is pretty. I didn't even touch the noise gate. So again, we've got the same thread. Oh, that's really cool. The visualization on this. So if we had some noise that we wanted to remove, we'll play it again. Life is long and you have much time. Yeah, so that's not so good. You can see that it's cutting off the noise there. But yeah, you'll need to play around with your attack and release on your threshold of your gate there too. You're in a rush and you don't know why. You want it all and you want it now, but you doubt your talent and you don't know how. Look around at what others. That's really cool because what you can see there is it's showing you where the threshold is, where it's actually going to cut, where it's going to gate out your sound. So what a noise gate does is it actually prevents audio getting through after it gets down to a certain level. So you see what this is doing here? I'll play it again so you can see. As we move this, it moves the threshold up and down, and it's only gating out certain parts. So we can line this up with the audio waveform to the points where I'm not singing and it's just background noise. Let's see if we can get this close to where it needs to be. Do think it's easy, so why not you? But success isn't overnight, so if you want to win, you're gonna have to fight. Hold on, hold on. It's gonna be a long time. Yeah, that bit that we just saw there was cool. So you can see when it ducks down below that threshold setting, it's turning it off. So it's taking away the noise. And this is cool if you've got a vocal where there's bits in between. You don't want to have to automate out all of those down and up movements. You just want to be able to do that. SM Borthwick says, is that the Rough Rider 2 bundled into the channel strip? I don't think it is. I think this might be a cleaner compressor here, Scott, because the Rough Rider 2, by its name, kind of adds a bit more color to the compression. I think this sounds like, I don't know, I haven't played with it enough, sounds like it's a bit more of a standard compressor. So it's not going to add anything to the sound. It's just going to compress it and manage your volumes. I'm blown away, actually, by this. This is cool. I'm going to use this on a lot of things. This is really handy, and especially if you're starting out and you're starting to learn the concepts of noise gates and compressors, I think this will really help you. Getting that visualization of what your threshold is doing and the relationship between the level of volume coming in, your gain on your audio signal, and what that compressor is actually doing. I think I may use this just to explain compression. I'm pretty impressed. And again, it was $1.49 for me here in Australia. It's 99 cents at the moment. And even at full price, it's only ever, what is it? Oh, it's $4.99. So that's a ridiculous saving. Come on. Snap this one up. I don't say that very often, but $1 down from $5, $1, and you can pick that one up. I think that is a no-brainer, regardless of what you're doing, even just for the education factor. Like, let's just play one more time. Hold on, 'cause it's gonna be a long, long time. Yeah, no, I'm sold. Sold.